Hello everyone, this is Clay here, and today I'm going to show a little bit of a new build I've been working on. It's pretty well known in the Zerg as a pretty popular Zerg build, but I've just been learning it and picking it up, and I'm finding it to be pretty strong, pretty powerful, and I just wanted to show it off a little bit. It's called the Ice Fisher build. It's been mostly made popular by Spanishiwa. The guy is a beast, and been having tons of fun with it, and so I just want to walk it through. It's pretty simple. The basic idea is that you only make drones and queens until around 40 supply. You expand, the first building you build is another hatchery at your natural, and then you basically just build drones and queens. Which is pretty different. I would say standard play would involve something like a 14 pool, 14 gas. Then you would get speedlings as fast as you can. Maybe take an expansion soon thereafter. But for the most part, early Zerg play is pretty much surrounding the concept of speedlings. And maybe banelings if it's ZvZ, or maybe you'll go into roaches, but for the most part, so something like, this is Stratmos, this is the guy that I was playing this game. He went 14 gas, and I believe he's going to throw his pull down on 14 as well. However, I am going for a 13 hatch. I'm almost there. I've got 300 now. Put it down. There it is. There it goes. So I like to go, and you see there goes his pool. So he went 14 gas, 14 pool, and he's going to go straight for speedlings. Now, a couple of different things you can do way to do the opening. Spanishiwa has done both a 16 hatch 15 pool, or also a 13 hatch 15 pool. Both of those he's definitely said that he likes a lot. I prefer the 13 pool just because I'm not quite as good as him, and my scouting isn't quite as good, and my reactions aren't quite as good, so getting the pool up a little bit earlier can help me to respond to early pressure. So I prefer to go 13 hatch 15 pool, which is exactly what I've done here. Now if you look, you can see I've got 17 drones, so this is perfect. Just about the time, let's see if there goes my 18th. Okay, so I can see now that I'm on 17 supply, and if I count my drones here, that means I've got 18. So I'm perfectly saturated here in the main. Now I'm going to rally every drone henceforth to the natural. And basically from here on out, once this pool finishes, I'm going to make nothing but queens and drones. And queens are they're pretty underrated unit. I mean, most people focus on them for their ability to, inject larvae, and they definitely play a huge part in that part of the Zerg play. But also, I would say, defensively as an early game unit, I mean, they both are anti-air. They're, anti-ground. They've got armor. They've got a lot of health points. I mean, they're a pretty versatile unit. You can do a lot of things with them, and I think they can really help. If you're focusing on minerals so much, you can really boost your economy. So, another part of this build is getting spine crawlers. I chose to get 3, but that was just because with this overlord, I saw that he was still mining gas, and as you can see, he's putting down a baneling nest. So I kind of was anticipating some early pressure from him. He did also expand, but from what I've seen with my overlord scouting that he is still mining gas, that tells me that he's probably going to be aggressive. So I made 4 lings, 1 for each tower. And these other 2 are just going to try to poke up and see what's going on. Now this is a pretty big moment in the game. Now these lings, I'm sending them over, and I can see that they just got attacked. And these are speedlings. You can see the little white fins underneath. Now that tells me that he's already got speed. And because of that, it definitely put me on hyperdrive. So I started making 10 lings. I've already got 3 spines. I'm trying to make a little bit of a wall off here, because that's probably one of the most dangerous things in ZvZ is run-bys. So right now, let's go to the Units tab. I got 4 queens with another one on the way. This one's going to stay here and inject, but I'm going to have these 2 here to block the ramp. Now the positioning here is pretty important, and I also want to stick them on hold position, which you can say they are. And this sort of SimCity setup is going to help prevent any run-bys, which is pretty essential. So with these overlords, I can see he's definitely morphing in banelings. He's looking to be aggressive. He's got more speedlings coming in. Runs those up just to see what's going on. See, I've got some spines. Now from his position, he cannot be thinking that this is going to turn out very well. He hasn't really made any more workers. You know, I know exactly what's going on. I've got overlords watching. I've got queens in position. I've got some zerglings down here. Now I definitely want to keep these zerglings hidden because these banelings will absolutely destroy my lings. So I want to make sure that the queens and the spines can take care of the banelings, and then I'll use the speedlings to cover it up. That queen goes down. That was poor on my part. I should have kept it back here, but oh man, the banelings are running in. Oh, they didn't go for the drones. They go for the queens instead. Uh-oh. Look at this defense. Oh, it's working so good. It takes out a queen. Can we get a transfused? Yes! Transfused. Oh, it saved the... Oh, look at that. Clean that up right there. That was good defend. These queens were huge. Oh, man. I don't think I have any more lings. I've got one zergling left. What a champion. But my 5 queens, man, they saved the day. I had a couple of transfuses. Could have done a better job marking that queen that got stuck up here, but these queens here with these spines, I mean... I feel pretty confident in holding a lot of early pressure with this kind of setup. And as you can see, I've got double the ward drones. So he really wasn't able to do a ton of damage. You know, he probably should have landed a baneling on these drones here. But he definitely, his goal was to get in here and to destroy this. Now, I'm not 100% sure why he tried to run the banelings up the ramp. I feel like going for these drones and these lings would have been definitely enough. And that probably would have evened things out. But as you can see with these queens, I mean, they are beasts. Got 175 hit points, 1 armor. You know, they get the job done, and transfuse is super essential. One of the really nice things about having so many queens is like this one's got 88 energy, this one's got 24. She used a transfuse, but you know, they've all got enough energy for a transfuse to do it a couple of times, and man, that absolutely can just... I mean, 125 life back onto a queen, I mean, that's essential. So, overall, that's the Spanishiwa build. Go for an early expand, make a ton of drones, make a ton of queens. Scouting is huge. Having this overlord back here to see that they were still mining gas. Having good overlord spread, sending some lings to the watchtowers, sending some lings up. You know, that scouting information is crucial. But it helps you deal with early pressure, having these queens. And then the really nice thing is, you know, now that I'm at 48, it's definitely time to get my gas if the game would have continued. And at that point, you can pretty much choose any tech path you want, and you can just skyrocket up the tech tree. But anyways, I thought this was a pretty fun game. Pretty good hold here on my part. I really was happy with the way that the Spanishiwa build worked out for me. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with this build. Hopefully you guys learned something, and maybe you can use it in your own play. Thanks. I'll see you later.